know, I've been poor and I've been rich, and there's no fucking comparison. I can still remember getting the foreclosure notice on the first big house I ever had. They used to send foreclosure notices in red envelopes. Red. So you wouldn't miss them. And I remember Dan Jr. bringing me the mail one time, and I saw this fucking red things poking out. I just got on the fucking phone, didn't even open it. I still remember that. I never had a car repossessed. Close, you know, when they bolt it on and they take it away. Been near bankrupt 3 times, a long time ago, but I still remember what it feels like. You never forget. His group. Now questions about him. Yes, sir.
No question, but given the fact that he's dealing with the largest law firm in the world, and he's working in his industry was not such like a cybersecurity or IT.
No.
He has the most impressive deal I've heard of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he believes it. Well, even if he doesn't believe it, he's acting like he believes it, and that's the point. And in that office that he's got there, built with those pictures, and he went and he got a suit made for himself. I'm not sure that may be his only suit, but he's got a meeting suit, so that's what it is. And he's setting up the bankers are waiting to talk to him, and only have 15 minutes. I mean, this is all in the templates. He's doing exactly what you're supposed to, and he feels that he's late in the game. He's early in the game to some, but he's late, in the game for himself. I mean, he's doing not 100% everything right. He left off some of the times he stepped on his dick, but that's normal. He had a few meetings that didn't go his way, but he learned from them, practiced some more for when the next time he had a meeting, and he's doing it right. And some people say that you can't do it in Canada, which is horseshit. The only 2 places that are there's 5 places that it's not impossible, but it's more difficult: Russia, Ukraine, Nigeria, a couple other African countries, and a couple of countries, Venezuela, communist countries in South America. But it's still doable, it's just harder. But every place else is, I won't say it's a slam dunk, but it's a slam dunk. If you do it. I'm gonna read you, I get these all the time. Today I signed an SPA for IT deal, which will bring the rev to 20 million per annum, 3.2 million EBITDA, completion in 10 days. I received a bank offer this week for 8 to 9 million non-recourse. This is Australia. The ex-managing partner of Big Four has asked me this week to join him to create a PE fund. Some of the kids get so good at this, they come across so well that PE funds try to hire them away, or they want to start a PE fund with them, because some of these kids are smooth as baby shit. But it would be a downside. He'd make less money in a PE fund, and he knows that, so it's not likely he's going to do that. But because they see the system works, and what the PE funds are impressed with is they're doing it with no equity, which is virtually unheard of. The 2 or 3 guys that are experienced in this room always have been taught or seen or heard that somebody's got to write a check someplace, and that's not true. It just isn't. Most of the deals get done that way, but a big percentage of the deals get done the way you're doing them, but they're basically from the kids that have come out of the seminar in the last 26 years. And still to date, there's nobody else teaching it. One theory is because if everybody knew this, then the PE firms would be out of business. It's not like KKR guys or Blackstone or whoever are going to preach this methodology. But the real reason that this methodology is not taught to you or told you by the banks is there's little or no fees associated with a commercial bank deal, and there's massive fees associated with an equity deal. And because then there's going to be a management fee, an advisory fee, and all kind of other fees. And today, depending on the bank, depending on the country, 40 to 60% of all bank income is fee driven, not interest on loans, fee driven. And that's why nobody tells you, or hardly anybody. But if you ask them, they'll start sweating, and then yes or no, is there a yes or no? Yeah. I'm not the right guy. It's over that department.
Is non-recourse money for any industry?
No. They have to have deemed it.
Right.
They have to have deemed it in Africa, water. Anything that had to do with water was non-recourse, because the country needs water, or the continent needs water. Okay. Anything to do with malaria, that kind of shit. Because nobody wants, what commercial bank is going to loan you money to go and start a malaria clinic that you know is not going to make any money? Nobody. Zero. but there's non-recourse money. And it's not that they don't expect it to be paid back, but very few of those pie in the sky, save the world, save the rainforest deals ever see the light of day, meaning that they're not commercial entities. But if you don't ask, you don't get. What else about? Yes, sir.
So we're going to create this, non-executive team, board of directors, a 5-person board, not line up.
No, you're going to correct non-executive directors and 2 executive directors. Remember, the CFO and the CEO are executive directors.
That answered the question then. Because it sounds like they got their CFO first. The way you described it, it seemed like he went and got him first.
No, he got his chairman first.
Oh,
okay.
Chairman's first.
Yeah. Not always. Some of the guys, wrongfully, don't know a guy directly, but he went to Cambridge, and he went to Cambridge, or he went to Eton, and so they still gravitate to, well, maybe there's a higher probability he won't tell me no because we went to Eton together. Okay, Eton doesn't. These guys don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, to a posh school. Most of the people come here didn't go to posh schools, although we have Eton and all the schools I've been through here. But your non-executive chairman, he's the anchor of your 50-story building. He's equivalent to your first 30 stories. He leases, and then you leverage off the 30 stories that you lease to B of A or British Telecom or whatever, and then you get the rest. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple when you do it. And that's not to say you can't go to a bank. We've had guys that are here in this group that have already started trying to get their dream team. Have already, been to banks. They've already been to accountants in this room right here. You don't hear them bragging, do you? Because they weren't successful. They're not telling you all this shit when you're over there drinking, are they? No, because they failed. And then they come here. If you thought you could do it, some people tried it. Some people tried it because they got a copy of my book someplace. Some of the people in this room have my book. And you can get it on torrent. I give it away free, audio. I give the fucking book away free, audio. I think that's a better bet. But, how many? 500,000, 300,000 have gotten the audiobook? So only 6,000. The audio, the first 100 million. Only 6,000 people have downloaded the audiobook, which I don't understand that. I just don't. It's free. It's on my site, and you can download the whole fucking book. But again, they're not serious. Because if they download the book, fuck, what am I going to use for an excuse now? What else about the kid? Anything else? Any questions? We have 2 more live, right? Oh, question, yes, ma'am.
Is he married? What's his personal life like?
Yeah, he is. But what's that saying about kicked it? What?
Oh, ditch that bitch.
Ditch that bitch! Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. He doesn't write about it in his report, so I don't know. It's not important. Well, whatever is not important. You heard he's cut everybody out. All those things he described, I don't even know what those are, but he shut them all down. Most of the kids that come through here can't. Some of the old guys don't want to shut their Facebook down because their grandkids contact them through that. I don't give a fuck. That's a brain dead reason to me. Fuck your grandkids. Tell them to call you on the fucking phone. Give them a card that can call you for free. But you'll come up with a reason. You always come up with reasons when you're not serious. I've been poor and I've been rich, and there's no fucking comparison. I can still remember getting the foreclosure notice on the first big house I ever had. They used to send foreclosure notices in red envelopes. Red. So you wouldn't miss them. And I remember Dan Jr. bringing me the mail one time, and I saw this fucking red things poking out. I just got on the fucking phone, didn't even open it. I still remember that. I never had a car repossessed. Close, when they bolt it on and they take it away. Been near bankrupt 3 times, a long time ago, but I still remember what it feels like. You never forget. We had a kid in here that during the 2008-9 collapse, his father lost his construction company. The sheriffs in this country came to take, I didn't know that they took furniture away, and they were hiding furniture in the basement so the sheriffs didn't take it all. And the kid's 11, 12 years old when this is going on. You never forget that. I'd forgotten he'd been shot. Because I once said, we're going to get shot. I've been shot. I'm fine. And I'd forgotten. Yeah, he was a big fuck up as a kid. But just because you got shot, I didn't mean you're a big fuck up. He claims he was innocent. It was a drive-by. Yeah, well, did you have a gun? I said, yes, of course I had a gun. Everybody had a gun. That's a whole other story. How innocent are you, But the kid's doing well. He could have done it in half the time. But he's still professionally, for those of you that are going to turn down their business and turn them off, turn the key, do it professionally. Don't run like a thief in the night and not pay the credit and all that shit. Do it right, and that takes time. So a lot of the guys that could have done it quicker like him, even though he's shutting down his construction business, he's doing it right. And so he's finishing off projects, he's not running, and so otherwise he would have been ahead of the curve even more. But he left here 29 April. He's been out 7 weeks. So he should do a deal August, I guess. My guess is he'll do a deal in August. Because now he's warming up banks, which we'll show you. And today, after this, we're going to go through step by step. We're going to go through the step. It's going to be ad nauseum to some of you, because some of you already get it. But until everybody gets it in this fucking room, we're going to keep going over the same fucking example again and again and again. And then the guys that tell me that they get it, and then I get their first report, and it's all fucking wrong. And I write, you told me you got it. Well, see, what they get is they get parts of the thing. And the parts they get are the things that are within their comfort zone. Those are the things you talk about. Well, I got that part. Or you don't say that. I got it. Because that one sliver of that one thing that you do with 2%, you got that. But unless you get it all, and that's why, I beat the shit to death, and that's why we have so many of these. We got 2 more live ones, okay, and we're going to go through Josh's 2 other role plays. And because what we're trying to do is one person, let's say there's 12 or 15 guys and gals you're going to watch. You'll resonate with 2 of them. You'll resonate with 4 of them. And I want to get you a blend so there's everybody in the room can resonate with one of them and how they do it. Your personalities. We don't have any alpha males webinars. You're living with one for a week, me, but not everybody can do what I do, and I realize that. And I used to say, I might have already said it in the seminar, why can't everybody be like me? And my mother used to tell me, God rest her soul, she says, it'd be an ugly world, Dan. I've said it to Sally. Sally says, it'd be ugly, as she would say in her Yorkshire. It would be ugly. And I said, that's what Mom says. She says, I know, your mother and I talked about it. I mean, it'd be ugly if everybody, but most of the success stories we have are the antithesis of me. He's no alpha, the guy that we just saw. He's just a regular guy, carpenter. I'm not demeaning carpenters because one of my biggest stars is a joiner, but we're showing you that it's not, you don't have to be the Einstein. Anything else about the kid? Yes, sir.
I took a lot of takeaways from him. One was the clarity of his vision, and he said you have to sell your vision to your dream team candidates, then to your lenders, to the banks and all of that, that he is so sold on his own vision that they believe it. And he said, I don't even know what the words are he's using.
He doesn't know the words.
He's using Investopedia.
Well, I mean, but even though I give him the script, some of the guys want to know what the words mean. The guys that are even more successful than him don't go to Investopedia. They don't go to see what the word means. I don't give a fuck what the word means. Now, this is an exaggeration. I'm using words that I don't know what they mean now, which is a lie. But 30 years ago, when I was running and gunning, I didn't know anything. When I used to tell people, can I have your pen, please? When I used to tell people, I didn't know enough to put on the head of it's a QLA pen. Anyway, enough to fill the top of that pen with the knowledge I had about oil and gas, construction pipeline, drilling, offshore. I didn't know enough to put on the fucking top of that pen. And I raised billions. Now, some people that are still know me, that are still alive, he still doesn't know shit. Well, compared to a geologist and astrophysicist, I don't. But you don't need to know shit. You just don't need to know. And that's so the antithesis of everything you've ever been taught. How many times when you were a kid did your parents say, don't embarrass us, don't make a fool out of yourself, keep your head down, whatever the words. And guess what? By doing that, by not making mistakes, by not making errors, you haven't grown as a human being. Now, I'm only talking about generational wealth growth, okay? But I mean, the QLA, when you get successful, more successful than you are, it spreads over to all aspects of your life. All aspects of your life, because I'm used to accolades. I'm used to, I get so much smoke blowing up my ass, I don't need sex for fucking 50 years because, how smart I am. But I'm an overnight success after 50 years. They call me a mongoloid idiot for the first 20 years. I was a rich mongoloid idiot, but I was still a fucking mongoloid idiot. And so now there's, they give me some respect, partially because of my age, but you don't have to know I'm telling you, you're going to hear a couple other people that use debt and they mean equity. You're going to hear some people talk about words that they don't know what they mean. You're going to hear Josh Kim, 4 months after the seminar, he didn't know the difference between debt and equity. 4 months after the seminar. I'm not telling you need to know it now. All you need to know is we're a debt-driven model that has one moving part, motivated seller. Now, one of the hardest things for you and everybody is going to be to slamming the door on non-motivated sellers. I mean slamming the door, being rude. Show up to he's supposed to be motivated, and you go, and then you get down there and he's got his nephew, 2 cousins, a brother who's a judge and he starts putting you through the rigmarole. You wasted my fucking time. I flew all the way to Philadelphia, you fucking moron. You wasted my fucking time. Nobody in this room will talk that way. But they are wasting your time. Don't you get it? Some of you old gits are running out of you're out of runway. You got no more runway. Yet you're gonna let some prick waste your fucking time. That's insulting. Okay, YouTube. Bye-bye.